Hi, it is Thermalimploder, and today, guys, I'm telling you, what if Obi Wan killed Anakin on Mustafar? So, this subject is something we all know could dramatically change the outcome of everything after Episode 3. So, what would have happened if Obi Wan killed him? So, as we know, Obi Wan cut his legs off and let him fall into the lava. Anakin burned on fire, would have died. Palpatine showed up at the exact moment, like just on time, in order to save him, and he became Darth Vader. And everything past that is history. So we all know that happens. So what if he did survive? So the first thing is, there would be no Darth Vader, obviously, but we do still have the Emperor. Now, Palpatine would most likely try to find another apprentice, and during the Clone Wars, he did find Maul, and most likely he would try to find Maul, because now everybody knows that he is a Sith Lord. Order 66 would have killed most Jedi, but at the same time, he may have decided to stay in the shadows a little bit more or something. We don't know exactly, but he could have executed Order 66 and then went into hiding and made the Sith disappear for 1,000 years. But we're going to go today saying that he didn't do that, and that instead he decided to get a new apprentice. So, who would be his apprentice? Most likely Maul. If not Maul, probably some other Sith Lord, make a Jedi turn or something, but get another apprentice. Then he would train. Probably wouldn't come out for a few years. The Jedi Order would slowly build back up. Now, in this scenario, Obi-Wan would have killed Anakin, and the whole entire army with the droids and everything would still exist. Okay? So, the Emperor now has a droid army on his side. So, instead, before that, he just had a clone army. So, the Clone Wars is still happening. Okay? But it's different. The clones now are on their side, too. So, now, the Jedi would most likely be overwhelmed and need to go into hiding in order to keep the Jedi to exist. So, all of the Jedi would most likely meet up, and yes, in the other scenario that didn't happen, but in this case, there would still be the Clone Wars and stuff, and, well, yes, many Jedi would be dead, but with the war and all Jedi being hunted down, they most likely would need to meet up, because the Clone Wars would be still happening. And now what would they do? So, obviously, they would still have some clones. Now, in Kamino, they would probably try to make clones just as they did against the Empire, and make them fight against the new Empire, in this scenario. And, well, in this case, though, the Jedi would have them on their side and be fighting, or in hiding, probably both. But in this case, the Emperor would be overwhelmed with the attempts to kill him, because they wouldn't be focusing on the droids or clones, they would be focusing solely on him in order to defeat the Sith, because now they know who he is and all of that. So the Emperor would most likely send out all that he could to kill the Jedi, and most likely what would have happened is he would have killed almost all of the Jedi. There would have been maybe 3-4 Jedi left, and they would go into hiding. Now, what would happen after this? The Empire would rise, but instead of them getting rid of the droids, they would keep the droids, and have the clones, too. They would take all the Republic stuff, and the Trade Confederacies, and pretty much everybody's stuff. Literally everybody's, even if they're a planet, or if they're a group, whatever, they would pretty much take everybody's stuff and make one giant thing. Would the rebellion still happen? Most likely, but probably not for a lot longer. Most likely, while they are in hiding, though, they would be training some Jedi. Who would they be training? Well, this would be the one exception for the Jedi to have kids, most likely. Now, here's the thing. It would change a lot of the outcome of Star Wars. Now, it is actually kind of good, if you think about it, that Obi Wan left. Because the scenarios that follow are all bad. And all lead to the end of pretty much all of it. Now, what would happen with Luke? Now, Palpatine would know that there's the kids, Anakin's kids. Now, instead of Vader believing they're dead, ... Padme probably wouldn't have died, or maybe she would. I don't know. There's many things. I feel like, personally, that she wouldn't have, and that it's hurt. She would... I don't know. It's complicated to explain, but that him turning to the dark side is worse for her than him dying, sort of. That makes sense. But, yeah, so she wouldn't die. Kids now are there. Now, they'd probably start being trained as Jedi immediately. Palpatine would do all of that he could possibly do in order to turn them to the dark side. Now, most likely, there would be a new Sith Order that would rise, and he most likely would succeed in doing that with the lack of Jedi, and, well, droids and clones, and pretty much the world's biggest army. Now, what would happen? Probably simply be able to control the whole entire galaxy, and the Empire would reign. There would be a new Sith Order, and, well, everything that happened with the old Sith Order, now, they'd probably kill all the Jedi, and the world, as we know it in the Star Wars universe, would be under the Sith's control. So, thanks for watching this video, guys. Like the video to help support the channel, and consider subscribing for a lot more Star Wars content. See you guys in the next video.